So at my house with our kids, we bought The Sound of Music when it was in the movie theater, when it was pay-per-view, when it was a VHS tape, when it was a DVD, and now I guess we're going to buy the same movie again as a Blu-ray, or we'll download it.
And Rupert Murdoch and Fox will love you for that. Thank you.
But is that the model? And are the studios and the networks, the mega media companies, truly what's controlling the growth and success of the gadget media and the technology? Or is it the other way around that's driving the studios forward? Who's zooming who on this?
There's a battle there.
Yeah.
There's a real battle between the content companies, the media companies, and the technology developers. You know, clearly there are cases like the Betamax case that define fair use in terms of video. I think we're going to see more cases possibly in the courts around that. But it is a big battle now. I mean, do media companies... A lot of media companies would love to own the customer directly instead of having to go through one of these pipes. Are they going to get to that point via the internet? I think the next 18 months will probably give us some answers to that question. What do you guys think?
I think we're going to be seeing products that come preloaded with more and more content. Zune comes preloaded with content, content on Disney devices, Rhapsody subscriptions that are music and video. That preload gives a content owner a good opportunity out of the box to stay with Fox, with Warner, with Disney, with Sony Pictures. And I think we're going to see a lot of demonstrations of that at CES.
And it's all made a lot easier, really, with when you consider the impact of the legal issues around content distribution, given the fact that you've got Disney as an integrated media company, but now they're also obviously, as which is going to show, is they've made obviously a big push into the consumer electronics side too. So having that all within one house and smoothing over some of the digital rights management and other aspects, I think will be a big push too.
Well, I think you bring up a very good point, because the prices on media devices are getting down to the point where, for the price of 2 home videos, I can start owning a Disney media player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do I get a player as part of a subscription just to stay with Disney each year? Especially in a family household, it's an easy model to follow. And as the cost of the delivery through the electronic delivery now going down to cents, where it was dollars a few years ago, for the devices themselves that were hundreds of dollars, now going sub-$100, we're going to see those business models shattered and eyeballs captured any way they can be.
So whereas the Disney Store may not have been a success across the country, the Disney online media store may be, in fact, the next retail position that we're going to be seeing. What does that mean for the Walmarts and Targets and Best Buys, which have been media centers at retail? What kind of implication might we see along those lines?
Long negotiations have already started.
We're definitely going to see, yeah, they have indeed. We're definitely going to see, for example, DVD download to burn kiosks in Walmart, for example. So, that's an attempt for a bricks and mortar business, which basically Walmart is, to capture some of that online, or some of the trend towards online purchasing.
Well, Paul's got a good point in that when you're producing Pirates of the Caribbean, the hottest selling DVD in history, will there be extras left over in January that are discounted at $18, or do I burn to a kiosk in that store? And as hot as that's going to be at CES, and CES 2008, it could be, I'm just burning to your device at home.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk a little bit about cellular. That's a very hot area in consumer electronics, and it's certainly at the cutting edge of video. Lots of questions to ask. First off is video, are consumers ready to watch video on their cell phone?
Tell me what price you want to charge them, and I'll tell you whether they're ready to watch it. I think there are types of video segments, and they're variously called mobisodes or clips or whatever, that people may well be willing to watch and pay additional fees for. I'm personally quite dubious about whether anyone is going to watch a feature film, or even perhaps a regular soap on their portable device. But it also depends on the demographics of a market. If you've got a big public transport system, for example, like Tokyo has or New York has, then people have time to watch video while they travel. If you're in LA and you're on a freeway, there's absolutely no chance. So, it very much, it's going to, yeah, one hopes. Right. It's going to be very much dependent upon the particular market. But I certainly think that in terms of charging people for mobile content, that there is a limit somewhere there. And I'm not sure I'm willing, or I don't think Joe Public is is willing to pay $15 a month extra on top of their $50 a month family plan for a video stream.
Paul brings up a very good point. One of our analysts, Dan Sokol, coined the term, people will pay for content, but they won't pay twice for content.
Right.
And so we've seen that there are 10 times as many people that are offloading their TiVos and doing their own manual transfer to a portable device, including cell phones, than using the TiVo to Go service. So I'll pay you $13, $15 a month for TiVo, but another $10 a month to make it portable? I don't think so. And as the cell operators are discovering, I can get a mobisode, but I have to do $15 a month for a subscription, or I pay $3 to get an episode. You know, I can put this onto a little memory card and slide this into my cell phone. And that's a sanity check that is waking up some of the operators that they need a better business model.